sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be breakfast with Bob, Bob, Bob. Woo!
Macho Man! Welcome back to Breakfast with Bob. Annie. We're brought to you by HOKA One Polar Halo Neuroscience Velofix. Today's plan, Normatec Four Seasons Resort Hualalai and Triathlete Magazine. And we're beautiful. Huggo's on the rocks. Our next guest, first time here in Kona, Annie Haug. How about a round of applause for Annie? Annie coming off a bronze at the 70.3 World Championships in South Africa with the fastest run of the day on 1:15. And every 70.3 you've done, you've set the run course record, right?
I did, yes.
So when did you were a runner first and then you got into multisport?
No, I wasn't a runner. I was a tennis player, actually. So I started with tennis when I was 5 years old. And then I literally did every kind of sports. I did judo, volleyball, beach volleyball, cross-country skiing, football, whatever. And in the age of 20, I decided, let's do triathlon.
But you really weren't a swimmer. So you wanted anything that was triathlon that didn't have swim in it.
Yeah, because I was more successful with everything else without swimming. So I did like winter triathlon, duathlon, and every multi-sports disciplines, but I always wanted to have the challenge of a triathlon, so I improved my swim every year a little bit. I mostly improved it by watching YouTube videos and learned it
did you
myself.
really?
Yeah, I did.
So you basically trained yourself?
Yeah, in the beginning, yes, and then I thought it's better with a coach, and it worked out better, so I improved, and yeah, finally I got to the World Cup.
And the hard part when you're talking about ITU racing, the swimming is such a huge part of that. You've got to be with that front pack or else it's really difficult because they ride together, draft legal. When you got into the Olympic format, was it hard for you to be competitive or did you learn enough of the swim videos to stay with other gals?
No, in the beginning it was very hard because I was always at the very, very end. Not even at the end of the pack, I was after the end of the pack. And I did literally my own race, but I always was a good cyclist and runner, but no one really cared because if you, in the end, no one really recognized you. And then, I changed training squads. I improved my swim, obviously, and I changed training squad. And then I make the gap a little bit closer so that I could catch up on the first pack. And once you're in the first pack, then I can run with the world's best. But now, over the years, the swim got faster and faster with all the American good swimmers coming in. So, yeah, it changed quite a lot.
But what was the Olympic experience like for you? You got 11th in 2012 in London.
Yeah, I mean, the Olympics is the biggest achievement you can have as an athlete, so it's what everyone is dreaming of, and to have it 2 times, like in London and Rio as well, so it's like a dream come true, and it's a dream of every sportsman.
So after Rio, is that when you decided you're going to try to go more 70.3, give that a try?
Yeah, to be honest, after the Olympics, I didn't know what to do at all, so I run a marathon. So I think that will clear my head a bit. And after the marathon, I wanted to get back to ITU, but then I thought, no, I won't make the swim, so and on the other side, I always had the big burden of winning so much races in the past, so I wanted to have a very fresh start, a new challenge, where you can be a rookie again and try something different. And I think that's a really good thing because I stayed long enough in ITU and now I needed a break and something completely new with a fresh start.
What was your first 70.3?
It was in Lanzarote.
Oh, a nice easy one. That was one of the hilliest races around. It's brutal.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're not used to sitting so long in the aero bars, it's quite nice to have like a challenging bike course because you don't need to be in the aero bars for so long. So that was a good thing.
And how'd you do?
I won that, actually.
Oh, wow. You won your first 70.3. What a surprise. Oh, just like all of us. We've all won our first 70.3. So you win your first 70.3, and then what came next?
Next, I raced the 70.3 Bahrain, the Middle East Championships.
And how'd you do there?
I got second by 10 seconds.
Oh. And eventually, you make the transition from 70.3 to the long distance. And when was that? When did you decide to go full Ironman?
Yeah, I mean, I had it in mind last year, but I was coming back from a long injury, so I didn't know if I can do high performance sport at all. So yeah.
What was your injury?
I had my third stress fracture in my hip, so yeah, it was like it takes a long while, and yeah, so I decided to go 70.3 first and see how it goes, and yeah. In winter time, then we decided that I want to try my first Ironman, and yeah.
And this, so Ironman Frankfurt, you were fourth, and that's the field there is stacked. There's great athletes there. And then, like we said, third at 70.3 Worlds with the fastest run a day. When you look back at your long distance racing, what do you look at as your best race so far?
Oh, it's difficult. I mean, Dubai was quite cool. I mean, winning something is always nice, and I had a really fast run split there with a 1:14. So I think that was a really nice race. But I think winning my big goal for this year was definitely the 70.3 Worlds, and I wanted to have a medal. And to win this medal means a lot to me. And yeah, so that was the highlight of the year, and I'm very pleased with my race. Yeah.
What are your expectations here?
To be honest, I don't want to have any expectations because I think, the transition from ITU to 70.3 wasn't that different, just the bike course, but I think from 70.3 to Ironman is quite a big challenge.
Yeah.
And I don't really have a feeling for the race yet, so I'm here to get experience that I can come back next year, hopefully, to have big goals. But at the moment, it's my second Ironman at all. I'm a rookie here, so I think that's an advantage as well. So I can just I hope for a solid race, and hope I learn a lot, for next year.
I love it. How about a round of applause for Eddie Haug? Poncho Man!
The sun will come out tomorrow. Got your bottom dollar that tomorrow. It's breakfast with Bob.
And Poncho Man! Love it. Poncho, you're the best.
Hey, Annie.